So we woke up today and there was an alien, louder.
Peel it down just a little bit.
We woke up today and there was like an alien invasion. It was like 5 words. I don't remember them words, but something about a curse and blah, 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 whatever. And basically whoever drew the red rock had to select somebody to like, I don't know, be abducted or converted. I don't know. I hate this. And so we selected Ryan and them bitches selected me. And by them bitches, I mean Ryan. And then we get to the immunity challenge and we win. And now Ryan has to strategize in this motherfucking mask. So you reap what you sow, bitch. I really like Ryan. I like everyone, honestly. Everyone's vibe is real nice. But fuck you, Ryan. So anyways, now that you've seen me here, let's talk a little game. So I'm in a great position. A great position. I am in a 5 right now with Savannah, Kevin, Jorge, and Angela. I just got proposed into a 4 with G, Mojo, and Jorge. I have a final 2 with Jorge and a final 2 with Angela. Angela knows about Jorge's, but Jorge does not know about Angela because Angela is number 1 for me. And on top of that, I think if Marisa had to list her top 3 allies, I could be 1, 2, or 3. So I don't think anybody is voting for me. So of course what I'm thinking is going to happen is a swap, because whenever you're in a fantastic position, a swap comes around and shits on everybody. So now I have to wear this stupid fucking mask for this entire round, but thank God we do not have to go to tribal. Ryan's going to have to sit in the sun in this mask. Oh, I wish I was there. It's a little nerve-wracking to me that the other tribes selected me because I feel like they look at me as the biggest threat. I need to do better at mitigating that threat level. The problem is, you know, when I see a challenge, I game the best way to play it. And so I'm giving advice to my teammates, and I'm routinely performing well in the challenges. And, you know, some people perform well in one and then shitty in another. And I think I'm very consistent. And I think that's why they are viewing me the way that they're viewing me. But it's a very long game. We're only to Monday. So I need to make sure to de-stress and not get in my own head and get paranoid that everyone's going to come after me, because right now nobody's coming after me and I'm in a good spot, and I'm very confident in the way that I talk to people and the relationships that I'm building. G literally told me last night that everybody on our tribe is drawn to me and is like very happy that I'm there. I did share what has been going on in my life with her because I trust her. The next vote, if we have to vote as this tribe, I'm going to be pushing for Mojo because I know he got 2nd place in BC. I know he's a gamer. Some of the other people in my 5 want to push G, but I think G is most loyal to me, so I need to keep her, so I'm probably going to bring her in on the plan.
I'm really glad that we won immunity today. I think we needed it, 1, to bring tribe spirit back, and 2, all morning I have been feeling extremely nauseous. I've been like dry heaving, throwing up in front of everyone. So I feel like everyone's viewing me as really weak, and I was really scared that if we lost this challenge so early in the morning, that everyone's gonna come together and be like, Mojo is not feeling good right now, we all need to vote Mojo out. So I was literally thanking the heavens that we won. I like to think I was really good on the puzzles, so I'll take some credit for that. But regardless of my dodgy wake-up call this morning, I feel pretty good. Me, Jorge and James have had this little 3 since yesterday, and last night G joined us in the shelter. It was us 3 and G, and I was so happy she did because I feel like G was quite a big target to go next, but where G joined us, I think James and Jorge have warmed up to her quite a bit, and we just had a trip to the water well and we made like a secret 4 alliance. So me, James, Jorge and G, we're half the tribe, and we think if we're looking out for each other, if we can just get 1 more easy vote out of here, then us 4 have full control. So I'm feeling really good about that 4. I love them all so much, so I think I feel pretty solid. As well, I've got my separate little connection with Kevin. I think Kevin thinks I'm his number 1, and you know, I do have his back. If I have any say, I will hopefully keep the target off him, but I'm prioritizing the 4 right now. And then Marisa, I have a good strategic relationship with Marisa. I think that might be the name everyone pushes if we're to lose again. But if I had a say, it would be Angela or Savannah. My opinion's changed a little bit this morning because I would say that Angela is the person I've talked with the least strategically, and I see her closer to everyone else than me. But this morning she was so good with me when I was feeling really poorly, so it's made me feel a bit better about her. It makes me consider Savannah instead, because I don't really talk to Savannah as much. But that's where my head's at right now with everyone, and I'm hoping that this little hiccup this morning doesn't throw anything off, but I think everyone loves me, why wouldn't you? So I think I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, day 3, made it to day 3, super excited. We had a good night last night. I mean, we didn't sleep great, but it was better than the first night for most people. And we woke up and we're glad we immediately put rice on because they came and got us pretty quickly. So we're happy we got to eat. We were excited, trying to get ourselves pumped up for this immunity. We knew we were going to win. We knew we had to win, and we knew we were going to bring the energy to win. And everybody was on that same page. I think that that challenge was really built for our team because we all got to do something that we're comfortable with and secure in. And we also have someone on our team that's super strategic, and she is so good at communicating, like listening to the directions, hearing what's happening, and then being able to create strategy around it. So there were a lot of things that I necessarily wouldn't have thought of strategically for that challenge that Samantha was able to do. So the challenge itself, super fun, and I mean, of course, winning, super fun. One of the funny things that happened is, I mean, just ironic, is walking by on the way to start the challenge, you know, I saw those 3 freaking foxes that are colored, and in my mind I'm like, oh, okay, cool, that's going to help us solve the last puzzle. And then, of course, by the time I finished digging and it's time to actually solve that puzzle, didn't think about it again. I did come up with a strategy for, look, there's an X. That's going to be the end of a 3-letter word. Let's get the X in there. And that did bring us to, oh yeah, shit, there's foxes right here. Of course, we thought there were wolves. But anyway, all good. Super excited for the rest of the day. No matter what happens tonight, I'm happy to be here today.
Good morning, day 3. We had a really good night last night. We stayed up, chatted for a little bit. Everybody was really tired. I think overall, team morale is absolutely ridiculous still. Savannah and I don't sleep at all, so we kind of sit by the campfire. We have chit chat throughout the night. Honestly, I think she's slowly starting to creep up as my number 1. James has told me that I'm his number 1. He also told me that Jorge and him have a final 2, but I'm his real number 2. So there's some strong connections I feel that are starting to be built. We got up really early. We were super motivated. We just killed that challenge. I'm so happy. We were on the puzzle. I actually thought they were also on the puzzle. And I'm the one that came up with the word fox, which was really important in that. So I'm so thankful. I picked the foxes and threw them. These are important. And then when I found out that word, I got really excited. So I'm on a very big high. So now we get to chill. We get to have some downtime. We are down there just kind of talking about who's going to get voted out from the other tribe and riding the high for as long as it lasts.
Do you have a number 1 in this game?
I have a couple. I think James is an obvious threat from the other side. They picked him for the disadvantage in that challenge. I think he's going to have a really big target on his back, but for me that works really well in my favor because I just won a game last year. So I want big targets. I want people surrounding me that have that on them. So I want James as long as humanly possible. Savannah isn't as much of a big target, but she definitely is a game player, and if people know her at all, she's amazing at puzzles. She's a great strategist. She's very social. She's good at making personal connections. So I think if I surround myself with a Jorge, Savannah, and James, and kind of keep my number 2 up in the air for right now, I think that's probably what's best for me.
Okay, so I'm feeling really good, and I feel bad that I keep coming to these confessionals and say that I'm feeling really good, but I'm feeling really good, and our team needed this just because morale has been low a little bit, but we still had a really good night last night. Not even talking, the game was great. The game was awesome. We won. We all had our strengths. I felt like we were all utilized. We really worked well. We communicated. It was It was literally perfect. There was like one mistake, a puzzle piece dropped on the floor, and we found it. I found it. But I will say, last night, James, me, Jorge, and Mojo, which we have been like pretty chummy, and they're definitely like the people that I really like. I also really love Kevin. I love everybody. Angela's been awesome. Marisa, die for her. But us four had this really heart-to-heart. We weren't even talking about the game. We weren't talking about strategy. We just came together, and like specifically James and I, and like Jorge and I had these moments. But James like really opened up to me last night, and I really opened up to him, and it just felt so natural. And like I think he's like my top ally, and Jorge too. I think those two for sure. I think they're reassuring me, because I am getting worried that I'm a little too much or a little too positive. Like, that's getting in my head. I know last night I was like, I think it's a good thing that I'm so bubbly, but I think I was a little getting in my head, and they were like, I didn't say that to them, but they have just been giving me feedback. Like, we fucking love you, and like, you're just so wise, and you're just lifting us up. So I didn't play guitar last night for everybody waiting, because, specifically my mom, because everybody was tired, and us four were awake, and they wanted me to play, but I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want anybody like, I'm trying to sleep and you're blasting Taylor Swift over there. So, but I'm worried because I think we're merging today, or I think there's going to be a swap or something, and I don't think I'll get to like just add that to the team. But I don't think we need it. So I just want to go where we're needed. I don't think we need that. So I'll save the guitar, but I'm feeling so freaking good. We needed a win. I'm not hungry. I'm a little sweaty, but I got my inhaler and it's going really good. So.
If it were up to you, who would go home next?
Okay, that's a really good question. The person that comes to mind is Savannah. And the only reason for that is because I feel like people are putting her and Marisa at that skill level. And I might be down there with them in terms of like, I've been getting points for us, and I kicked ass today with the puzzle. I feel like I just am such a good communicator, and I just fill the gaps. So I think I'm a little above them, but I do think like I'm towards the bottom in terms of skill level. My pick probably would be Savannah. I'm worried people might go for Mojo because he wasn't feeling good today, but that would not be my vote. So Savannah, I think she gets a little in her head, and I think she provides a lot to our camp, but it's more important what she provides either to the social group or to the physical group, and I feel like those two are just, there's other people who can give us a little more. So, but I love her, I really do. She's from Minnesota, so that's life.
All right, so we just won our second immunity challenge, and it's going to be pretty exciting to see that the other team has to go to tribal and we get to keep some of our numbers. We're getting along pretty well, and I feel pretty good in the tribe so far. We have, honestly, a couple of people have come up to me and asked to be in an alliance, and I have to navigate that and see where I end up going. But I think keeping all my options open is beneficial to see where the game goes. I don't know. I think we're wondering if there's going to be a mix-up soon, or if we're going to keep on going. I think I feel pretty good about it. Luckily, it sounds like the other team doesn't see me as the biggest threat. They picked somebody else in our team to get like a little setback, and that makes me feel good, because I don't want to be known as the biggest threat. I want to ideally fly under the radar or align with other bigger threats. I don't know. I'm open to whatever. The one that I'm pretty excited about is like there's a possible queer alliance with myself, James, G, and Mojo forming. We'll see where that goes, but hey, at least we're the family sticking together for now. But yeah, excited to be here. If anybody else is watching this, you should apply. It's a lot of fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Would you say you have a number one in this game?
Yes, I would call James my number one at the moment. And I would be willing to see it write it out. But again, keeping everything open. I don't know what's going to come at us. We may be separated, or we'll see. But yes.
Is there someone you'd like to be targeting within the next round or two?
I don't have any specific target, but I think that the tribe would, if we stick together, there would be a couple of people who we choose to go. Ideally not me, and I'll try to, again, keep my foot on the gas to keep on playing until this game is over.
Woo woo woo! Another Blazaar win. It was much needed. I think, we made it through another night. We lost the last 2 challenges yesterday, which did kind of take a toll. You could tell the spirits were getting a little bit down, but to come back with a win, I think it gives us some confidence moving forward, and has really brought us back together as a tribe. I love getting into the real game of it all and strategizing and voting people out. It's super fun, but it's also nice to sit and have, life conversations instead of the game talks, which is, one of the best parts of these games is getting to know people and where they come from, and just life in general, and it's really been special. Like I said, we didn't make it through another night. Definitely starting to feel the effects in my body. I have not gotten a ton of sleep. I have been tending to the fire, and my brain will not shut off. I've been thinking about the game nonstop and how I move forward. Trying to think through what twist could possibly come. What happens if I get into a minority on a different tribe? How do I keep the 5 that I've been working with together? And it's hard when you're not the most comfy to fall asleep, even if with my brain going that fast. So it's been tricky. Definitely the food. I like to eat, and so the scoop of rice, while I do cook it to perfection, only does so much. I think I will have to try and keep my emotions in check. I can start to see myself when I was getting frustrated in the challenge, like letting some of my frustration come out. So that is something I'll need to keep an eye on for myself. I think I'm going to enjoy this little break, to be honest. I feel good if we do have to come back and plan something quick. If we lose the next one or something, I think I've set enough, pebbles along the way to, have a good plan moving forward. And I think, Blazaar is going to be strong. We're up, if Amanda sticks with us, technically we're up after this vote, 9-7, from original Blazaar to the other tribe. And that gives us a good chance if there is some swap coming up. And I feel confident that I've made enough relationships, even outside my 5 that I plan on sticking to, that if I get swapped with some of those people, I'll be okay. And I feel good. I'm ready to play this game for myself, so don't get it twisted. If I do get in some trouble, I'm willing to throw anybody under a bus that needs to be. I'm going to play this game for myself, but I think for myself right now, it looks like being a tribe player. So I'm going to keep that up, keep working with this tribe. It's super positive. I'm having a great time. Even with all the tiredness and craziness, I'm excited to keep moving forward and have another good day.
It's so much more fun to actually win the challenges. Wake up in the morning a little bit tired or whatever, but when you win that challenge, you're instantly awake, instantly energized. I felt like, maybe I need to come take a nap after the challenge, but nah, none of that. I'm riding the high right now. I need to go do some push-ups and collect sticks or something like that. So I'm riding high right now. And I'm really loving my tribe, It's hard to really start thinking about strategy and start thinking about who I want to work with, because for me it changes every round. Like, I go to bed thinking that I want to work with one group of people, and I wake up like, maybe I should work with this group of people. And also, we're all anticipating a swap today as well, so it's kind of hard to really lock in any solid kind of plan. You have to be on your toes, you have to be malleable, and that's how you play Survivor. But I do want to give a big shout out to Mojo, because Mojo is someone that honestly I wanted to vote out a couple days ago, but the more I talk to him and the more I bond with him, I really like Mojo, and I think that he could be someone I go far with in this game, and he's expressed that he wants to do that with me, so I hope he's telling the truth. And in addition to Mojo, I really like Marisa still, and Savannah, and Angela, so that's kind of who I'm rocking with for my 5 right now. There's also this thing that about James and Jorge that I really love, but they scare me. Like, I love Jorge and James, and it could be good to keep them because I see them being threats potentially in the future, but also because I see them being threats, I kind of want to vote them out. So maybe I'll take out one of them, but also I need shields, so this is why this game is so hard. So we'll see. Stay tuned, I guess.
So you were talking about redirecting the vote in your last confessional.
Yes.
Is that still on your radar?
Yeah, so they were talking about getting Marisa out next, and Marisa is the person I feel closest to in this tribe, which is crazy. We have a larger difference in age than me and anyone else on the tribe. And we honestly don't even talk as much as I do other people in the tribe, but I just feel like I can trust her. I feel like she's not lying to me, that she's not playing too hard. And yeah, we have had talks about voting other people out though. We discussed maybe Savannah, maybe G. You know, it's a lot of names being thrown out, so I might not even have to stick my neck out too far to save anyone yet, which would be preferred because it is still early. A lot of game left.